Hello students, this is Mr. Hernandez the Tech Teacher, and in this video I want to show you the basics to Tinkercad.com. Let's get started with creating a new design. Click on the blue Create New Design. The design page will load up. If you see a window on the right hand side, you can click out of it. First time users get a window there. But anyway, this is our workspace. Please connect your mouse if you haven't done so already. You're going to use a mouse a lot for this. Here we have some basic shapes on the right hand side. You can click right here on the basic shapes, and you can click on other things and explore that. Today in this video I won't be doing that, but you can explore in that if you want. We're going to click on a square for this example, and I'm not having to click and drag. I just clicked on it, and now I can figure out where I'm going to put this on my work plane, my workspace. I'm going to left click and click it there. This is our work area. I'm going to zoom in with the wheel. Use the wheel of your mouse, okay? And while you're at it, you could also figure out what the other buttons of the mouse do. If I right click, not on the object, but anywhere else, I can turn my workspace around. Right click, and it turns around. And you get to see the 3 dimensions of your workspace. We have a left, we have a right, we have a top, a bottom, a front, and a back. Okay, but we're going to zoom in. We're going to see that we have some dots on this workspace. We can increase the size of our square cube, or we could decrease it. We can increase the height of this, or decrease it. I'm going to right click so you can see what I'm doing here. Increase and decrease. Okay. Now here's the thing. You could also click the wheel of your mouse, and you can move around in another perspective. I'm clicking the wheel. I'm not even rolling the wheel, but I'm clicking the wheel in case you need to adjust how your object shows up. Okay? Practice with these mouse buttons to see what works best for you. How can you see your image, your object best? Okay? Again, this white square increases the size. The corners increases this way, length and width and height. Okay, I'm going to use my right click to move around to the front. There we go. Right here it says this is the front of my object. Okay, you can also adjust with these black symbols here, these black little squares. I'm going to shrink this a little bit. You're going to notice this red triangle, this black triangle. It turns red when I hover over it, but I can raise my object off the workspace. In other words, pretend it's like you're raising it off the desk. And you click on that black triangle and you can lower it again. I'm going to move to this perspective so you can see a little bit what's going on to another one. You have some arrows that pop up a wheel. Okay, this helps you rotate your object. For example, if I click on this one, I'm going to flip it on its side. Okay, when I flipped it on its side, I want you to notice that now some of it is peeking underneath the workspace. So I can raise it off the ground. I know it's off the ground now because if I click on this, right here, it tells me I'm a millimeter off the workspace. And you're going to notice a lot of these numbers that pop up, okay, are in the teens, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, but this is in millimeters. And so for every 10 millimeters, I could click on this and change this. For every 10, it's about 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter isn't very big. A lot of your designs will not be very big. We can't make very big designs because of all the students we have. It'll take forever to print our objects. But for every 10 millimeters, it equals to 1 real life centimeter. A centimeter is not very big. Check out a ruler if you need to see how big that is. It's almost the width of your fingernail, okay? A centimeter. But anyhow, explore these buttons. Spend time trying to see what all this does. Okay, I'm going to use my back button right here on the top left corner to go back a little ways. Now let's see what happens when I introduce some other shapes. For example, this text box. Okay, now this text box looks huge, right? I'm going to raise it off the ground a little bit. I'm going to shrink it. I'm going to move it. You can even click on the objects and you could start moving them. So explore all these buttons and features. I'm going to shrink it, okay? Shrink it. I'm going to right click to see a little better. If the colors get to be too difficult to see and understand, you could even change the color, right? Now it doesn't mean it's going to print it in color, okay? And now this box here on the right hand lets you interact. So some of these features here let you change what your images show up. So I'm just going to write hello on this, okay? And that's the basics right now, guys. I mean, I could go into more and more detail on how to do this, but a lot of this is exploring, figuring out, try out the shapes here that you've got, try out more shapes. There's a lot more to come, and you're going to be practicing a lot before we start printing, all right? Good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Bye for now.